So hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Sanjay Reddy. I am from Sri Venkateshwar College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about one-way Anova. One-way Anova, a comprehensive guide. Welcome to our comprehensive guide on one-way Anova, a powerful statistical tool for analyzing data from groups. This presentation will delve into the core concepts, assumptions, and applications of one-way Anova. We'll explore its mechanism, hypothesis testing, and result interruptions, equipping you with the knowledge to effectively utilize this versatile analysis technique. Introduction to ANOVA. What is ANOVA? Analysis of variance is a statistical method used to compare the mean of two or more groups. It determines whether there is a significant difference between group means or if the observed differences are likely due to random chance. One-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA is a specific type of ANOVA where the independent variable has only one factor with two or more levels. It tests whether the means of the different levels of this factor are significantly different. Assumptions of one-way ANOVA. Normality, homogeneity, variance, and independence. Normality. The data within each group should be approximately normally distributed. Homogeneity of variance. The variance of the different groups should be equal. Independence. Observations within each group should be independent of each other. Null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis states that there is no difference in the mean of groups being compared. Alternative hypothesis states that there is a significant difference in the mean of at least two groups. The F statistic and p-value. F statistic measures the ratio of the variance between groups to the variance within the groups. P-value represents the probability of observing the data if the null hypothesis is true. Interrupting results. Reject HO. If the p-value is less than the significant level, example 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is a significant difference between the group means. Fail to reject HO. If the p-value is greater than the significance level, we fail to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is not enough evidence to suggest a difference between the group means. Post-HOC tests. Purpose: used to determine which specific groups differ significantly from each other after a significant ANOVA result. Common types: Tukey's, HSDs, Bonferron's, Schiff's test. Considerations: alpha level adjustments to control for multiple comparisons. One-way ANOVA assumptions. Your dependent variable should be measured at the internal or ratio scales. Example, they are continuous. Examples of variables that meet this criterion include revision time measured in hours, intelligence measured using IQ score, exam performance measured from 0 to 100, weight measured in kg. One-way ANOVA assumptions. Your independent variables should consist of two or more categorical independent groups. Typically, a one-way ANOVA is used when you have the three or more categorical independent groups, but it can be used for just two groups. But an independent samples t-test is more commonly used for two groups. Example, independent variables that meet this criterion include ethnicity. Example, three groups: Caucasian, African American, and Hispanic. Physical activity level. Example, four groups: sedimentary, low, moderate, and high. Profession. Example, five groups: surgeon, doctor, nurse, dentist, therapist, and so forth. Your dependent variable should be measured at the interval or ratio scales. They are continuous. Example of variables that meet the criterion include revision time measured in hours, intelligence measured in using IQ, exam performance measured from 0 to 100, weight measured in kg. What does this test do? The one-way ANOVA compares the means between the groups you are interested in and determines whether any of these means are significantly different from each other specifically. It tests the null hypothesis. Nu1 is equal to nu2 is equal to nu3, so on nu k, where nu is equal to group mean and k is equal to number of groups. If, however, the one-way ANOVA returns the significant result, we accept the alternative hypothesis, which is that there are at least two group means that are significantly different from each other. One-way ANOVA users. Example, a one-way ANOVA is used to understand whether exam performance differed based on test anxiety levels among students, dividing students into the independent groups, example low, medium and high stressed students. It only tells you that at least two groups were different, since you may have 3, 4, 5 or more groups in your study designs. Determining which of these groups differ from each other is important. You can do using a post test. Conclusion and key takeaways. Powerful tool. ANOVA is a versatile method for comparing means across groups. Assumption critical. Satisfying the assumption ensures the validity of the analysis. Interpreting carefully. Understand the F static, P value and post HOC test value. Thank you.